contest that order.
I expected you would. There's pen and paper, so put it in writing.
I intend to.
I sat up half the night with this, Nathan. I can't keep Olivia here. She ain't army.
I'll say she ain't. For the following reasons.
You want some coffee?
No. Yes. 1, there is a party of Cheyenne raiding this territory.
I have a feeling that every woman will...
How many R's are there in territory?
2.
Oh.
Here, here's your coffee. Poor Abby. She says everyone will think she's running away. And what about me? I'll be a bachelor all right.
And in conclusion, I respectfully protest the decision of my commanding officer to saddle this troop with his female relations.
1 L in relation.
At this critical hour. Signed, Nathan Briddles, and so forth.
It sounds very good, Nathan. I'll be glad to file it. Oh, believe me, I hate to hamstring you this way, but you will take every precaution.
Of course he will, dear. And how did marching through Georgia take the idea of old Iron Pants riding with him?
Under protest, Abby.
Written protest, Abby, of course. It's always my pleasure to escort old Iron Pants. Well, as long as you're going along with us. Abby, that is the dad-blamedest outfit I ever did see. Quincannon's old britches.
A little baggy, I suppose, Nathan, but they'll do for the trail.
Now, where's Olivia? Is she ready?
She's been ready for an hour. She's probably outside with one of your lieutenants.
Well, kiss the old man of yours and say goodbye. Time we get out of here.
And I hope you approve of my uniform, Mr. Cohill.
It's very becoming, ma'am. And I notice you're wearing a yellow ribbon.
Well?
For Fennell, huh?
How do you know it isn't for you, mister?
I'd be very happy if it were for me. Very happy indeed.
Morning.
Trooper Dandridge reporting, sir.
Well, and a proper trooper, too, and right pretty, don't you think, Mr. Cohill?
I do indeed, sir.
And a yellow ribbon, Miss Dandridge. Do you know what that means in the cavalry? A sweetheart.
It does?
Who's it for?
Why, for you, Captain, of course.
For me, huh? I'll make these young bucks jealous yet.
I brought your mount, Olivia. May I help you?
Thank you, Mr. Pennell.
I hope you're wearing that yellow ribbon for me, ma'am.
Why, who else would it be for? Hurry up, Aunt Abby. They'll be leaving without us.
So we left the post. Just another routine mission. Folks waving goodbye, kids yelling, dogs barking. Only one thing in particular caught my eye. As we rode past the store, I saw Mr. Reinders, the sutler, in the back of the stable. He was hitching up his buckboard. Some hours later on the trail.
Sergeant Tyree reporting, sir.
At ease, Tyree.
Well, like you told me, sir, I took cover till Reinders left the post. I've been trailing him ever since. He went southeast, Captain, about a mile below the painted pole. There's 2 men waiting for him in a wagon.
You recognize them?
No, sir. And it didn't seem prudent to inquire.
Now, what do you suppose they were doing that far south, and why did Mr. Reinders leave the post in the first place?
He's a storekeeper, sir.
That's right, licensed to sell merchandise to folks all over this territory. Only the post was on alert, Mr. Tyree, so I ask you again. What do you suppose Mr. Reinders and 2 strangers were doing that far south?
Well, sir, I reckon that ain't my department, sir.
Take a point, Tyree. We'll probably pick 'em up on the next go-around.
Romantic, isn't it, Miss Dandridge? Guidons gaily fluttering, bronze men lustily singing, horses prancing, and bunions aching.
Must you always be so vulgar, Mr. Cohill?
The cavalry doesn't go in for refinements, Miss Dandridge.
Cavalry? This ridiculous business of dismounting and walking every hour or so, you might as well be in the infantry.
We soon would be if we didn't ease these mounts. Why don't you ride in the wagon with Mrs. Allshard?
No, thank you. And if you don't mind, I'd like permission to ride back along the line.
Why?
If you must know, I'd rather share the dust back there with Mr. Pennell.
Haven't you already thrown enough dust in Pennell's eyes? Why don't you give him a chance?
Mr. Cohill.
Yes, sir?
Relieve Mr. Pennell with the rear guard.
Yes, sir.
Everything under control here, miss?
Thank you, Captain. Everything's just fine.